What do you guys think? Sorcerer just got a huge buff, or do you think he got a nerf? You got a huge buff or a nerf? What are you thinking? What are we thinking, gamers? Boof or nerf? Boof or norf? Boof norf? Morph norf? I'm gonna let's go read let's read the patch notes real quick, shall we? Oh, there it is. Hello, patch note and patch noter. Okay, so from what I can immediately see, there's more clown emojis than anything else. These guys actually spent their Discord Nitro tokens on clown emojis, and this one's got like a 10-to-1 clown emoji ratio to the other emotes. So based on the clown ratio, it's not looking too good for this patch, but we'll have to see, right? We'll read through it. Holy shit, this one is insane. This clown ratio is off the charts. So is this one. This clown ratio is off the charts too. That's kind of scary. This clown ratio is pretty high too. Holy clown ratio, yeah. DL ratio. All right, now with the bug fix. Fix issue with certain spells after transferring the Warlock's Blood Pact could leave lingering effects on the hands. I think that happened to me once. Fix issue where the cooldown reduction after resting with Sorcerer's spells might not synchronize properly with the spell selection UI. Okay, weird. I've literally never sat down as a Sorcerer to get my spells back. You never have to. I'd rather just run around, you know? Fix issue where using a spell in an invalid location while having Sorcerer's mana flow equipped would not activate the spell correctly but still accumulate mana flow stacks. Okay. Fix issue where the visual effects of Sorcerer's spells did not align correctly with the hand position when casting barehanded. Weird. Interesting. Okay. This issue where Dreamfire healing did not scale properly with the number of targets hit. So now you can multi-heal off Dreamfire. Is that what I'm understanding? If you hit more than one target with Dreamfire, you're a multi-heal? Because that sounds crazy. Is that what's going on? That must be what's going on. This issue where Aegis' spell reflection effect might not display surrounding visual effects when activated. Okay. This issue where Warlock's Summon Hydra could block the Ghost King's movement during certain attack patterns in Inferno. Didn't he just block the suck? He just put a Hydra in front of him and he sucked the Hydra off? Isn't that what happened? This issue where some of Banshee's attack patterns could change in frequency based on the number of surviving players in the boss room. Weird. Issue where the Goblin Mage's effects can remain spinning in the air indefinitely. Hopefully this also fixes the issue where it just circles you. I know what this one means. This is one where it like sits in the air and just spins, even when there's no target. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully this fixes the issue where like sometimes they'll just circle you until it hits you or hits a wall. Fixed issue where Acid Spit effect from Giant Worm might not display correctly when hitting the ground. Okay. Fixed issue where Wendigo's attacks could not hit players in specific locations of the Ice Abyss dividing home module. I don't know about that. Fixed issue where Giant Spider placements of the Ice Abyss dividing hill module would be incorrect. Fixed issue where casting spells while touching walls in certain Ice Cavern modules might not cause hand-wall collision. Okay. Fixed issue where a hidden lever in the Ice Abyss dividing hill module will be interacted with without breaking the ice. Damn! They finally fixed it. That's been something you could do since it came out. Fixed issue where escape portal might not spawn in the Ice Abyss Wyvern Layer module. Fixed issue, okay. Wait. Escape portal might not spawn in the Ice Abyss Wyvern Layer. When you kill the Wyvern, you can still take the lift out, right? You should remove the ice, I agree. Fixed issue where High Roller Crypt Fishing Grounds module had no exit, preventing movement to other modules. Fixed issue where Skeleton Champion placed in the center bridge module cannot pass through a specific iron gate, okay. Fixed issue where players get stuck while standing on the roaster in the Inferno Bloody Falls module, okay. Fixed issue where monsters get stuck in the roaster in the Inferno Demon Throne module. I don't know where that is, but okay. Fixed issue, I mean, I know Demon Throne, I just don't know where the roaster is. Fixed issue where items could drop on the ground without notification message or sound when canceling an equip interaction with no available inventory space, okay. Fixed issue where unintended trail effects could appear on certain throwable items. So Molotovs? I don't know. This issue where Poison Cloud created by Stinky Stick would not cause damage if Stinky Stick was unequipped. This issue where players and monsters could take damage from Poison Clouds created by others even while holding the Stinky Stick. This issue where a corpse could sometimes appear to be missing after force quitting the game and reconnecting after death. This issue where doors within the same module might not display correctly depending on the distance to LOD. This issue where interaction outline for certain items might not be visible. Okay, fixed issue where items could some items can still appear in the inventory after being set using Squire, My Gear Sets. Fixed issue where pressing enter after selecting a server could result in a different unselected server being chosen. Okay, that's kind of funny. Fixed issue where completing a quest with a random reward while having no inventory space could display a toast message instead of a pop-up. Fixed issue where the merchant's message could change to the completed message even if the random quest reward could not be claimed due to insufficient inventory space. Fixed issue where searching for an item in the marketplace could display the maximum page count based on the first search item rather than the actual maximum pages. Fixed an issue where deleted characters might not display correctly in recent match. Fixed issue where pressing enter in the email input field while logging into Blacksmith can trigger an error message. Fixed issue where outdated game files can be launched without an update. Okay. Wow. Okay. Balance changes. Fighter. Breakthrough duration changed from 12 seconds to 8 seconds. I don't know how to feel about this because I didn't use breakthrough. I didn't even think it was that good in most situations. It was only good sometimes. It's not good all the time. I don't know why they did it. I don't know. Maybe it's like a normalization thing. Cleric. Divine protection duration changed from 4 to 6 seconds. Wow. So no spell cleric gets better. Cleric was already the best melee class in the game. I don't know why we're buffing no spell cleric. Tearing is because 100% uptime potential on it. I see. Sure. Wonderful. Yeah, I mean, melee cleric, no spell cleric was already incredibly good. Where can I find the video with the desync block with longsword is shown? I don't desync with block with the longsword. It's not worth it. You desync with other weapons, not longsword. Druid. Life Bloom aura healing amount changed from 2 to 1. Yay, Life Bloom Druid nerf. Finally. Holy shit, bro. Life Bloom Druid's been broken for so long. Orb of Nature spell count changed from 5 to 4. Nerf. Barkskin Armor's spell count changed from 5 to 4. Nerf. Barkskin Armor's casting time changed from 1 to 0.75 seconds. Okay. Entangling Vine spell count changed to 3 to 2. Vine's duration changed from 6 to 3. Vines now takes 0.75 seconds to activate after casting. Thornberry's spell count changed from 3 to 2. Thornberry's duration changed from 8 to 4. Restores spell tier changed from 5 to 3. Casting time changed from 1.75 to 1.5 seconds. So there's some buffs, some nerfs. These are all caster druid buffs and nerfs though. Like Animal Druid was untouched, so I think it's just time to realize that Iron Mace likes where Animal Druid's at. And if you think Animal Druid is overpowered, then like I guess it's just a skill issue, right? It's okay for cat form Druid to base tank three two-handed weapon hits while simultaneously two-shotting you at 140 HP. We think that's fair, guys. We think that's balanced. We do think that cat form Druid should be able to face tank 3 two-handed weapon attacks while two-shotting you at 200 or 140 HP. I think that's balanced. So, yeah. You push the parry and then wheel up. The parry and wheel up. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Cat form's a better rogue, yes. The game you hate Druid? Yeah, pretty much. Nerf spell Druid, so now you know you only see Animal Druid. I can't wait, bro. It's gonna be awesome. All right. Sorcerer. Cooldown time of all spells has been changed from 3 times tier to 4 times tier. That means Wind Blast, what used to be 3-second cooldown because it was 3 times 1. Now it's 4 times 1, which means Wind Blast is a 4-second cooldown. A tier 4 spell has a 16-second cooldown. Tier 5 spell has a 20-second cooldown. Okay, so I mean, hopefully that makes sense. The cooldowns, the base cooldowns of sorcerer spells have been increased. This is a W. Good. My boy is a melee cleric, and this buff makes Divine Prot usable. It's always been usable. Always been usable. All right. So, time distortion spell cast time reduction has been changed from 100% to 75%. Cooldown increase has been changed from 4 to 3%. So, instacast is no longer there. It's gone. Time distortion makes it almost instant, but not quite instant. It also doesn't increase the spell cooldown as much as it used to. This is good. Instacast was broken. Instacast was a mistake. Iron Mace should have never made Instacast in the game. I'm surprised it took so long to realize that. It shouldn't even come to the game in the first place. But here we are. We'll test it out when we get in the game. Thanks for the Prime Chronos. Fire Arrow spellcasting time has changed from 1.5 seconds to 1 second. Buff. Huge buff. Waterbolt spellcast time 1.5 seconds to 1 second. Huge buff. Stone Skin 1.5 seconds to 0.75 seconds. Huge buff. Wind Blast. This is the most egregious one. Wind Blast, spellcast time, 1.5 seconds to 0.75 seconds. I need you guys to understand this. So, with Instacast Sorcerer, Wind Blast was Instacast, but it was a 12-second cooldown. Now, Wind Blast is a 0.75 second cast base before any spellcasting speed scaling, and it's got a 4-second cooldown before Resourcefulness. You will not be able to melee a Sorcerer unless you have Iron Will or Breakthrough, or you have Cutthroat the Sorcerer. How it is. Flame Strike, spellcasting time in 1.75 to 1.25, big buff. Ice Spear, 1.75, 1.25, big buff. Glaciate, 1.5 to 0.75, huge buff. Eruption, 1.75, 1.25, huge buff. Lightning Bolt, 1.75 to 1. I don't know why Lightning Bolt got a bigger buff than anything else. You guys know. Keep in mind, guys, if you're not running Instacast, you run Lightning Bolt, you're gonna have Lightning Bolt up a lot. 1 second cast. That's a huge buff. That's a big buff. Fire Orb spellcast 2 seconds to 1.25 seconds. Huge buff. Vortex. This is the biggest buff right here. Vortex. 2 seconds to 0.75 seconds. This is another wind blast like spell. You will not be able to melee a sorcerer unless you have iron will or you have breakthrough or you cut threat them. This is the vision, I guess. I don't get it. Basically, like, who gives a shit about sprint? You don't have breakthrough, you won't melee a sorcerer. It's not gonna happen. Between Vortex and Wind Blast, you can cycle those 2 spells to prevent a class from ever meleeing you. The cooldown is short enough. You can. 4 seconds on Wind Blast, and like, what is it going to be? Vortex is like a tier 4 or 5, so 16, 20 seconds cooldown of Vortex. Oh yeah. Vortex a tier 4 or 5, or is it a tier 3? I don't know. Either way, it doesn't really matter. I think it's a tier 3, right? Or 4? I don't know. All right. Lightning Vortex is crazier. Yeah, so Lightning Vortex does 30 damage base. I need you guys to understand that Lightning Vortex does 30 damage base. And if you run Air Mastery, it's 45 damage with like basically no cooldown. And it doesn't have a delay before it goes off. That is a shitload of damage. Nerfed it or they failed? This was a buff. I think it was a buff. I think they buffed Sorcerer. Firebox saying Iron Mace might remove solos and do his HR. Thoughts on this? I'm reading the patch right now. We'll get in that later. Levitation spell casting time has been changed from 1.5 seconds to 0.75 seconds. The tier change of 5 to 4. This is a big buff. This is a big buff. Air spells should do no damage. Change my mind. No, they shouldn't do any damage. I've been saying Wind Blast especially shouldn't have any damage associated with it. Basically since Sorcerer came out. Lightning Sphere spellcasting time and change 2 seconds, 1.25 seconds, and tier change 5-4, huge buff. Summoning Earth Elemental spell cast time 2 to 1 seconds, tier change 6 to 5. I might run Earth Elemental just to mess with it and see how it goes. We'll see. Icebound. I do think it's funny that Breakthrough was actually nerfed at the same time that these buffs came in. Icebound also increases cooldown reduction by 50% while on ice. I want to know how that works, because I thought cooldown reduction was snapshotted at the time of the spell cast, but I guess this might actually accelerate the cooldown reduction. We'll have to see. I want to test it out, and if it works if it works in a non-snapshot way, then time distortion might be actually kind of crazy with it. Element summons are tankier now, yeah. That was like last patch. Now that it's more HP, it's halfway decent at blocking doors. Bro, I hate the fact that summons are basically exclusively used to block doorways. Think about Treant, Elemental, and Hydra. All 3 are used to block doorways. It's so stupid, man. All right, game updates. EA Season 5 Adventure Rank Reward revealed. EA Season 5 Religion Adventure Rank will end on April 3rd. Defeat in Arena will no longer result in losing items regardless of their status, okay? Arena Test Season 3 will run from March 21st to March 31st. Non-season arena will run from March 31st to April 7th. In non-season arena, you will not lose equipment on defeat, and there will be no equipment grade restrictions, which means that you will be able to bring in named items in this period from March 31st to April 7th. Several new arena modules added, improvements, some arena modules, arena recent matches UI improvements. Arena item policy changes have been made with improvements to UI guidance. I don't know what the hell this means, but I guess we'll find out eventually. Something Hydra should have a cooldown. Arena parties, I mean, you might be right. Arena parties score restriction if MMR difference between the highest and lowest players in a party is 390 or more. Matchmaking will not occur. This value may be adjusted in real time. This is a weird thing. Why don't you just get matched with people like based on the highest value, the highest matchmaking value if this is an issue? So basically, you can't play with your friends if they're 390 below you. I mean, I guess it's not a huge issue, but it's kind of stupid. Arena and MMR calculation method updated. From now on, MMR only consider the opponent's average score and the player's score without being affected by their team's score. Yeah, so if you added this change where you only get points based on your opponent's average score and your own score and not your team's score, then I guess that's why they added this change. Actually, I'm reading it now. It's like to prevent boosting, but I don't know, whatever. All right, cool. No more MMR cheese, maybe, who knows? Player base not big enough for the matchmaking restriction is to roster league. Who knows, man? Warlock Bolted Dark Dispel effect improved. Neat. Cleric's Locust Swarm effect improved. Okay, I don't know what that means. Maybe the visual. Druid's Dreamwalk now activates the Dark Swarm. I don't know. Is this a nerf? It's probably a nerf. Equipment with magic resist has been updated. Added dual base stats to some items and reduced magic resist by 30%. So dark plate, dark leather leggings, and dashing boots, and I think the gloves that barbarians can wear. Runic gloves. Also, they all got stats. They got like mid stats attached to them. The stats don't scale as high as other stats. We'll see when we go in the game. Added magical damage, weakness, strength data for monsters. Monsters may not have weakness or resistance to particular element. Someone in my Discord told me that skeletons are weak to fire, and we don't know what else. But yeah, so mobs can have resists and weaknesses now, so that's kind of cool. I mean, they should have all like I've been a proponent for that for basically forever. Ornate Jazerant got Dex. Okay. Maybe someone will wear it now instead of it being literally the most unused piece of gear in the entire game. Dashing boots got agility and dark plate got vigor. Yeah, the funny thing about like ornate Jazerant is like, why wouldn't you just wear like golden robe if you can wear golden robe, right? Golden robe has vigor attached to it, and it doesn't have half the stat allocation, it has full stat allocation, and it has magic resist attached to it, and it has magic resist percent attached to it. I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy. Added monster spawn, adjusted monster spawn density in Ice Cavern. I don't know if that means more or less. Change monster spawn quality to some Inferno modules. I don't know if that means more or less. Just a number of golden chest placed in Inferno. I don't know if that means more or less. General environmental improvements made for the entire map for better gameplay. Hopefully that is real. Now Fog of War has returned to HR dungeons as well. GG, rip and pip. That sucks for basically everybody. Expanded the fog clearing range in Fog of War. Okay, neat. Maybe you'll be able to see the nearby modules or something. I'm not sure. Change display brightness method to fix issues where game saturation could be lowered and UI brightness could be increased. So this is like the darkness issue that everybody's been having. You guys, I don't know, man. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know if they're gonna fix it. I don't know what's going on. Developer comments. This hotfix makes some adjustments, continue matchmaking system, dark swarm settings to tweak the tempo of the dungeons. We also made adjustments to the Fog of War by doubling the view size, testing its inclusion in the HR dungeons. All MMR ratings have now been reset to test the new MMR formula along with MMR range restrictions for games. The MMR difference between the highest and lowest number in the party can no longer exceed 390 MMR. We just read all this. To encourage more people to test the new arena MMR system, we remove the item loss penalties losing an arena match, meaning you will no longer lose your items upon a loss. We have also updated arena map pool for this season. We also intend to hold a special arena event for the final week of the season after season 3 and the season event. During this season, or during this event, we'll remove the legendary item limit, allowing participants to bring their unique and artifact items. Thank you and see you in the dungeons. And then they just extended it by like 2 or 3 hours or something. This we got 2,351 clown emojis. Like, what can I say? All right, cool. Big changes on the horizon for Dark and Darker, right, gamers? Test out them Sorc updates. We'll look at the new gear stuff as well. You guys still hear me? The hell? I just like Dark and Darker just crashed my precious boy. What the hell? The frick? Going on with my stream? Dark and Darker just killed my stream. You guys see my stream frame rate? This is dog shit. What the hell? This is so bad. What happened? What the fuck? The hell is this? Okay, let's mess with the settings. What now? No change, bro. Come on, man. Here, let me close the game out. They banned gambling. Yeah. How is bambling banned? It's in like the fair use stuff. Hold on, I'm gonna bring up the Dark and Darker like terms of service for you guys. All right, check it out right here. Wait, where'd it go? Control F. Gambling. Gambling is not permitted on Dark and Darker in any way. You must not use Dark and Darker for gambling activities of any kind as set in our code of conduct. If you fail to comply with this, we will consider it a serious breach of these game terms and you may lose access to Dark and Darker on a temporary or permanent basis. We may investigate and or take appropriate action against you in our sole discretion if we believe you have not complied with any provision in these game terms, including the code of conduct. This may include suspending or terminating your account in accordance with section 9.1 and or reporting you to appropriate law enforcement authorities. Code of conduct. Gamble. Gambling is not permitted in our games, whether it relates to real or in-game currency or items or any other prizes. You must not use our games for gambling activities, which includes in-game betting, unauthorized lotteries, or any form of wagering with real or virtual currencies. Organizing, advertising, promoting, facilitating, exploiting, or participating in any gambling activities. Using the in-game marketplace in connection with gambling, streaming or otherwise producing or displaying content which relates to gambling in our games on any platform. If you fail to comply with this, we will consider a serious breach to game terms. You may lose access to our games, including Dark and Darker, on a temporary or permanent basis. Goblin Merchant has no purpose anymore? Bro, you goofball. You know what they mean. Does this mean no giveaways? No, giveaways not gambling. We can play marbles because you're not giving me anything in return. You're not gambling in marbles. It's just a giveaway. You're not wagering anything in marbles. Twitch points are a virtual currency. You don't pay Twitch points for marbles. You just join. I don't see anything like that. If a hotfix comes, it doesn't matter to me. I was excited to try the new Sorcerer changes though. I'll be honest with you guys. I wanted to try the new Sorcerer changes. It's kind of a bummer that I can't do it. I mean, like I said, it's a Ryzen 7 9700X. Like it's a good CPU. It's not cheap. What the fuck's going on, bro? We got a memory leak or something? No, it's not. That wouldn't be a memory leak. What could possibly happen? Hey, Ku, Ohio. I was actually excited to try the Sorcerer changes, man.